Welcome back to Factorio MSX Gigabase. Okay, we're not done. We're not even halfway actually, but we are getting close to halfway. But 22 means 22 already built means that we have already used modules in the amount of 800 times 22 or 17,000. So if you add 17,000 and 18,000, that is 35,000, so that's 5,000 short of the 40,000 that we need. And the blue ones is 17 plus 12, which is basically 29, so we need 11,000 blue. And I've noticed that if I come over here, we actually have the 5,000 efficiency modules, so I'm actually just going to tell it to go to the wait station. It will then get brought over here and then sent back. I am also going to go to the blue ones, the speed module 3s, which is here. This train has 15,000. That will do for me. Get on your bike. We're actually going to end up with too many modules at this rate, but so I'm going to let those two trains deliver. I'm then going to turn off the order here. We can then probably also disconnect the build order so that all of these circuits can recover from so many modules being built, because it's still kind of too much, in fact. So I don't know what I'm going to do for the final module push, but I guess I'm going to have to burn off the excess light oil to increase plastic production, something like that. Now, the other thing that I noted was the shortages that we have. Okay, so all of these items, actually, we'll go into the formula for the Drydock component. Here it is here. So the solar panels, actually, this is the first time I've noticed them not being the full double, but the one that's actually holding up production, it's not double at all. In fact, it's a neck and neck race between solar panels and low density structures. But in any event, it's no longer the robots, it's the low density structures directly into the components. So what I've done to try and sort that problem is, I noted for starters that we weren't getting 16,000, it's only 3,200 in one of these trains, so we changed that to 3,200 for the reorder point. I also increased the order to 3 trains because we were coping. Now we can have a quick look down here. There is actually a outstanding request for the LDS, so I guess we're not coping quite as well as I was hoping, but oh yeah, that's going away. I'm just making sure that because it doesn't refresh, because that just wastes UPS. I'm just making sure that when we get these ores in here, they go away, because if they don't, there could be a problem in our green circuit external stack, but it looks like they have. And there is another delivery of the low density structures. We're coming up to 23. So aside from these little touch-ups, what else have I been up to? Basically, I came out to, that's 46 again. Oh, right, yes. I came out to copper, the copper smelting 4. I fixed up the issues with up here, which was basically there were no construction robots or anywhere to put the stuff. Well, actually, there always were these ones, but there were no construction bots, so we had all of these expired miners that needed to be picked up, so it now has construction robots. That sorted out that one. I think we had the same issue here. And then I started building the platform in the middle over here before I noticed what seemed to be an issue at this end, which was an over-ordering of iron. And I am not 100% sure why it did that. Because we only have 155 more RoboPorts to build, so we're going to be turning them off very shortly, so we may not actually need the bulk of this iron. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but never mind. So here is the speed modules. That is more than enough speed modules, I think, unless there's an issue with them unloading into here, which there is a degree of. The speed modules are requested by... So yeah, because this is in the center, the speed modules in the center don't get unloaded quite so well. But we only needed 5,000. This was 15,000. It's down to 4,300. I don't think it really matters. I think we can send it away, and I think we can say we no longer need you. Thank you. Now, the question is, does this one still receive a signal? I'm not entirely sure. So to be sure, I'm going to route... No, that's better. Right, we haven't actually ordered the... we haven't actually ordered the efficiency module because the numbers haven't actually dropped below the 16,000 reorder point. I could just force it. That's not good. I don't like the fact I have that up there. I wonder what will happen if I open another one. There, got rid of it. Good. So, how many modules is it to get rid of? It's about 3,000 before we'll get to that order point. I think I will just force the efficiency modules to come here. So I will make the reorder point into 20,000 temporarily. That will order the train. It should notice that soon and come on its way. No, it's not doing that because this is still sitting here. What? Alright, 19,000. We don't have enough green modules to finish yet, so maybe that was premature. Let's just turn that back to, oh, it's probably too late now anyway, but to 16,000. But I think the order's already been placed, yeah. It has. Alright, I've kind of stuffed that up because these middle ones have not emptied out fully, so we didn't get our full 5,000. 19 plus, we probably still need 3,000 to 4,000 efficiency modules to finish this off. So I guess I'll just I'll just leave it for a bit longer. The other things are fine. We still need quite a lot of these assembly robots made, so I don't see any need to speed that up. So yes, I guess we can leave this alone at this point and head back to what I was doing with copper. And I will rejoin you, because we've done this sort of thing. With what we're doing on the outpost is not all that new, so I'll rejoin you when we are sort of towards the end of the build here, if there's anything else that we need to do to keep it under control. But otherwise, yes, I'll just be doing a little bit of base maintenance and keeping an eye on it. So see you soon, guys. Bye-bye. And back. And we're now up to 34. which means that that's 27,000. 34 times 800 is basically 27,000. We have another 11,000 here. That's 38,000. We only need 2,000. I am over here at the efficiency module facility. We have a train with 3,700 on it. I'm going to force this to go to the wait station with me on board. Oh, I meant to turn this off first. I have turned it off. So it'll take me to the wait station. It should then take me all the way to the Drydock assembly component build area. I will tell our engineering train to join us there. And I have actually gone through the carriages, and if you note there's an empty one in the middle. That's the one that hasn't unloaded properly in the past because it gets an uneven usage pattern. So these are these the ones that are very full, or is it these ones? In any event, when we get here we should be able to unload. It should be the last unloading we need. I'll cancel more modules, and yeah, we're just waiting on these guys to build up to where they need to get to. What is the formula again? It's 3,200 solar panels. So we're a little bit short solar panels at the moment, I think. Oh no, we've got 14,000 of them. Oh, it's just taking time to load up. We actually have enough of the low density structures and the assembly robots at this point in time. And the robo ports as well, I think. Yes, 160 is all we need, so there's enough robo ports. We must be fairly close to completing the build for the robo ports. Right, so all of these should be made inactive at this point. Which is good. We could actually start ripping it out, but I might not do that just yet. Looks like the engineering train beat us here. Not to worry. Let's see how well this unloads. So that's full, that one's full. I might take a few of these off and just drop them in the end here just to make sure that it can completely unload. I think we've already got enough. I think we can get rid of that. So we won't order any more modules here. We have enough modules. That should help us have this recover. You can see it's already dropped to, it's not even its maximum size anymore, so it's certainly dropped. But obviously plastics and associated products, mainly red circuits, are still, and products that use red circuits are still being a bit of a problem. It does look like possibly I need to add in some more crude oil in the northeast, which would basically be either another train or is there a train up there? There is. What's going on? It's filling up fairly quickly. It could be worth... they're not actually at 100 though. So it could well be worth... that one is. Because it has a fairly slow flow back in, basically. I mean, that's full, so it's not really being held up. but there could be a couple in the middle maybe that it's worthwhile putting speed modules in. These ones, because there's, well, I didn't even notice that one before and it's full, so but there aren't very many of them, so maybe it is worth putting speed modules in these. It wouldn't really cost me anything, so maybe I could do that. So it's probably more a matter of more trains to attend to the oil rather than speed modules per se. How are we doing here? 35. That is still quite a long way before it's all going to be done. How many roboports left on the train? 290. So there's a limited number of trips with that train left. I guess what we'll do is pause, because 15 of these still takes quite a while to build. And I'll rejoin you when we're a bit closer so that we can probably see them off. See you shortly, guys. So, welcome back to our final stretch. We are up to 47 assembly robots. I think we're about to get the 48th built. Yes, it's under construction right now. I do believe so I've ripped out the these guys, the publishers, for the modules. I'm going to rip out the one for the LDS because I think we have enough LDS to survive. I've already ripped it out for these guys, and I think actually we probably have enough solar panels at this point as well. So I'm going to rip that one out as well. It may have posted a demand in here. No, maybe not. Let's just make sure. We've got 7,200 there. We are at 48. The recipe calls for 32, which is 64. We've already got 33 in there. Yes, we definitely have enough. So that is timely. Now, I probably want to stop these robots as well. I don't actually want to build up a whole lot more robots. How are we going to do this? Basically, the easiest thing to do would probably be not to feed them anymore. So if I put a green inserter there, and if we then just go, no more guys, no more, come on. So that should bring that action to an end. And if we in fact need no more robots, we don't need these guys anymore either. How are we going in the final stages of our build? 48, it looks like... no. It looks like number 49 is being built. So, just one more, guys. One more, and then we will launch these things. Why are you still coming? We don't need you. How about you go back? Pretty sure I have enough LDS here. Good. There's no other trains on their way here. What about over here? Let's just quickly check. No. There are some quite large stockpiles though, 160,000 green circuits. So we will have to manage a reduction here, and we do unfortunately have 137,000 iron and 75,000 red circuits, so we'll have to manage that down as well. We have 49 of these guys now. This one just needs to get up to 3,200 LDS and 800 of the assembly robots, I think, and then we can call it quits. By which I mean we can launch our first Drydock construction component, which is actually the tougher ones. These are much tougher to build than the others. Why do I keep hitting that? So We can probably take that one off. And that one off, because it's not really helping us. We can put that up there. Where are we up to? 3,000. Roboports. Did I actually stop roboports short? It would appear I actually did pick up roboports by accident. I need some more roboports. So when I was playing with putting the inserters down, I think I accidentally collected some of the roboports that were being built. If the worst comes to the worst, we probably have some on board here, don't we? Yeah. No, don't auto trash those. Give me all you've got. Give me 50 or 40 or something. Give them back. Right, we don't need to build anymore. Let's just use these. I was concerned about that at the time, that I may have screwed up the count. Now, of course, the other thing is, this facility, this whole facility that we spent several episodes building and perfecting, is basically a very temporary facility. It's going to get ripped down. There we go. So we are waiting for 3 more assembly bots to be built. They're not getting built. What is the problem? Are we in fact short on something important? It looks like we're short on construction robots. I do believe we do have some in here though. So we'll send that to the unload station. And that should be plenty. You can go back to the load station so you don't unload too many, because assembly robots are basically completely useless to us. So let us use this thing again to stop building assembly robots. And we don't need any more of these. It's just more stuff to remove ultimately. 50 robots. 50 robots. 50 Drydock structure components. Let's go. Where are we going? We are going to the silo something, I think it's called. Well, it starts with silo, in other words. Maybe not. We are going to this one, which is called Rocket Cargo. Hopefully there's room for our cargo. That one back there might be a little bit full, but never mind, we'll work out something. Let's head to Rocket Cargo. It's not called Silo anything, it's called Rocket Cargo. Rocket Cargo, circuit condition, I guess. Let's go. Engineering may as well join us at #silo. Is that in my list? There it is. Riding a 121. I'll leave it on faster than light theory A for a moment. That's interesting. Copper is actually the shortage there. at last. No, so copper's not really a problem. I'm guessing that iron is not really a problem. Don't think we've seen that list get as short as this for quite some time. What I think we can probably do I was going to change the tech back to the command one, but maybe it is better that we leave it as this one for now. Just until these things have a bit more of a chance to clear up. I have put speed modules in the oil. I have added one more crude oil train to the northeast oil. Be interesting to see if that helps. Well, I mean, it can't hurt, can it? We're undersupplied. Where are we? We are getting very, very close indeed. That's the satellites. That's not where we're going. We're going down here. Actually, let's go manual and whoops. Oh, I see. It had a little bit of room. So, what we want to do, this is because I cancelled it before it arrived, sort of thing. Well, we don't have another destination, so that was a bit silly. I should have just... let's go auto there. There we go. Let's use a new combinator. I think... what does this do? Okay, so we don't want to put it through that decider combinator. Which one controls the requester chest? Set requests is green. So what we want to do is basically turn that off, put our components in here. Because they'll only, we don't need to control the number, there's no reason to do that. The only reason we need to control the number is if, or we control it at source. We don't need to control it here where we're launching basically. But what I'm going to do is take a quick save. That's for Drydock assembly. I don't know what that nonsense is, but we're going to save as that. And let's get back into the game. We probably don't need that in the way. So what we're going to do is turn this on. That should be enough to get our components into the cargo of these rockets. And let's enjoy the festivities as we clear out the well, I guess that's the first, so this will be the second of the SpaceX requirements. 8 rockets in a row, that's always fun to watch. And this should stimulate some demand for rocket fuel, which is what we need to clear our our massive plastic shortage. So 8 is a lot faster than when I did it last time. These components were really quite a considerable pain to get built. These ones were simple, these were a pain. So it's good to get them out of the way quickly. First up, how fast are these things? They're done already. It doesn't look like we have... Oh, F1. Trains are on the way, so that's a good sign. They're from the furthest distance though, so it could take a little while for the rocket fuel trains to get here, but they are on the way. Here's another 8 at once. So 6 8s are 48, so we should see this about 6 times, and then we should, there'll be 2 left. Be interesting to see which 2 get it. Which 2 are the lucky 2? Could be these 2. Perhaps. 13 on that side, 11. Could even be 2 down here that get it. Are we out of fuel yet? No. And no. But we do have fuel trains on the way, apparently. Why haven't you guys woken up? That's better. Fuel should definitely not have been an issue. Anyway, not to worry. This will be 24 into the air. How is plastic and the rest of it? Plastic is getting better. Whoops. Very good. I just want to have a quick look at oil over here to see if it's helping. Well, I guess they haven't made any round trips yet. This list is getting a lot smaller. Plastic is definitely getting used up. I guess we draw usually from up here first for our rocket fuel. So that's what's happening, and that has probably increased the demand a bit here. Of course, there's no plastic, but it's really down this other one that we need to get the plastic kicked off. There's some fuel getting delivered. Now these things might end up getting out of sequence, although it doesn't look like that's going to happen just yet. And here's some fuel getting delivered down here. Still have another 2 trains on the way. should just leave these trains to work out their own issues, but I really want them to come from the southwest because that will help our plastic the most, I think. There is another rocket fuel train. That one also came from the northeast. Northeast, 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 west. Well, at least we're getting one from the west. And down here, northeast, northeast, west, west. No, well, these ones don't count unless they're actually... So those two are from the northeast. Where were you from? Northeast. There was a couple waiting there. Why aren't you guys going to it? Because that's what I need to have happen. Where to resolve this plastic issue. Well, 3 fuel trains heading to there. Still in perfect synchronicity, I guess, is the term. So this will be rockets 33 to 40. There's now just a handful of these guys left. There's none up there. None in the train. 2. 2 there. None there. None there. None there. So there's the 8 here, and then there's 2 here. So my guess is it will be these 2 that do the extra work to bring it up to 50. Actually, it's kind of cool sometimes just to see just how fast this goes up. I think that's about as fast as you can do it with vanilla. And this will be the last of our 8. I don't know if that's helped our plastic situation at all so far. But I guess it could take a little while for the full flow-on effect. That's from the west, that's good. That one is also from the west, that's what I needed. A little bit of demand coming from the west to help encourage the plastic production that happens down there. So this will take us up to 48. And 2 to go. Yes, as expected, it's these 2. Given that these are separated networks, there was no way they could go up to there. These ones will they'll all get ready, but it will be these 2 that carry the final 2 Drydock assembly components into space. And plastic may have died down a little bit. Good. The fuel managed to sort itself out. for the last time. This is how you do launch Megalomania, 25 times launches per component in SpaceX Extreme. Get them all done at once, guys. Perfect for a decentralized base. So there you have it. 50 Drydock assembly components completed. Next episode we'll look at Drydock structures, but I think we're going to end it there. Thanks for joining me, hope you enjoyed it, and look forward to seeing you in the next. Bye bye for now.